drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? Early in the morning, way hey, and up she rises, way hey, and up she rises, way hey, and up she rises early in the morning.
Hello everybody, this is Captain Grizz and welcome to my channel. I am back for some more U-Boat. I'm finally getting back into it after so much time away, and I'm really looking forward to it with this new patch they've got, this 2022.1. See where it goes and see what they've upgraded. I'm really interested to actually run in some of the destroyers that actually have hedgehogs, but that's later on in the war. Right now I'm starting in 1939, about the time Germany invaded Poland. So as you can see, the arrows on the map that they're attacking. And our first patrol is that up in the North Sea there. I believe this time of year we're in for some rough weather, but we're going to make the best of it. This is our first patrol, and Command wants to see some results. I particularly don't like patrolling up here because it usually is bad weather. I'm probably going to be relying more on my radio, more than anything, to see what I can find out here. Hopefully get some traffic from some of the other U-boats so that we can actually stock some of these ships. I just don't feel it going around and patrol. Oh yeah, here's the wonderful North Sea weather, which is storming through, you know, just storms as usual. Which is your typical day up in the North Sea. So, yep. Let's see what we could see. I absolutely love what U-Boat, the developer Playway, has done with this game. Coming back to it after a while and seeing the different effects like the rain and just the graphics, the stuff they've done with this is very impressive. By far, probably one of the most beautiful looking sub-sims out there. I was very happy with it. So yeah, we're just now entering the patrol spot, and we're going to see if we can find some ships. And usually the ways to do that is just like what they used to do back in those days, was to dive the boat and actually listen. Your ears were everything out there, so you had to usually do constant dives to go down and listen to find if you could hear a propeller out in the distance and close in. Again, messing with some of the different new camera angles and stuff. It's been a while for me on this one, so I'm kind of getting used to playing with the camera again and seeing. I can't get over how good the effects look now. Very impressive. Going through my pause time, typical space bar, you know, free cam. Just getting some good angles. Just taking a look at some of the other areas just to make sure we're all good to go. And the patrol should be ready here shortly. All right. Going to rig the boat for dive, and we're going to go ahead and go down and do a hydrophone check, because the only way we're going to find anything out in these vast oceans is to use the hydrophone. It can hear things hundreds of miles away, and you could actually start driving towards it. There's two things I'm going to be relying on, or actually three things I'm going to be relying on to try and find ships. It's going to be either the hydrophone on my own, being on the surface and using the radio to actually get communication from other subs who've encountered convoys or ships, or waiting for orders from headquarters. I don't expect many orders from headquarters. They've kind of already given me my assignment, so I'm going to be relying on other U-boats to help find shipping. I'm going to do these dive checks often so I could try and find ships on my own, but as you can see, you're only limited to like maybe a couple hundred kilometers or something. It's just not very good range. Feels about a grid square, and as your operator gets tired, he's not going to be able to even find anything else again anyway. Okay, we got dogs barking. All right, so we're back on the surface. Now this part here, I'm just taking a moment to actually enjoy the graphical effects this game has. It is just, to me, it is superb. Just so amazing how the light hits the sub, the rain. It's just fantastic. can even see the reflections of the boat in the water. It's just amazing. We have the storm with the sun coming through. What a fantastic effect. But anyway, I digress. Alright, so we've been at sea for about a day, and the weather is still very stormy weather. We're continuing our patrol without really any success. It's like, you know, most part this is how it was. It was pretty boring for these guys for the most part going out here, because, you know, you're looking out here in the sea, you're trying to do your job. You can't go home until you actually do something, so, you know, you could be out sea for a very, very long time. And this became a fact that got worse as the war went on, because intelligence, you know, British intelligence had broken the code, and they were basically steering convoys away from the U-boats. So it really got bad later on in the war. So again, doing more dive checks and everything, trying to see if I can get anything to come up on the hydrophone. And the thing is, right now, I really can't engage much shipping. Other than Poland, I can't. We're not at war with France yet. We're not at war with England, so it's like you can't really do much. Even if I find a ship, there's probably not a lot I'm going to be able to do at this point. So I'm kind of waiting for command to give the orders to attack all the other shipping. Kind of running through a hydrophone check here. Got the volume cranked all the way up, and I'm just listening to see if I can hear anything. And for the most part, through this sweep, I don't find anything. I don't hear anything. There's just nothing out there. So I'll let the operator do his own thing, and again, nothing. So what I hope for is to surface and have him on the radio, and we'll go ahead and try and see if we can get some kind of communication from one of the other U-boats. And I can guarantee it's not going to take place in the patrol zone. Almost guarantee. There's like barely any ships ever up here. Search continues. Alright, September 3rd, you can finally see the weather has cleared up some. I'm up here, I'm in one of the northeast quadrants here on the grid, and I just got a message from either another U-boat. What do we have here? So, oh, that's from headquarters. Alright, so now we're able to attack English ships. We're now at war with them, so good. That's kind of what I've been waiting for. So we got the go-ahead left, so I won't suffer any repercussions. Alright, good. Kind of opens up our target list. Again, we're diving, checking the hydrophone. We just have not had any success so far. I'm even like silencing the boat, quieting everything I can, rigging for silent running, and I'm just not coming up with anything. Alright, compress the time. We got something. What did we get here? Gotta probably get him on the radio. So I'm gonna surface. We gotta figure out what's going on, because we got some kind of communication. Okay, so got something coming from... Okay, we have another U-boat. Okay, I'm having it. Okay, we're using the Enigma machine right now. You gotta decipher the information, so it takes a bit of time when you get a message. All right, so it's heavily damaged. Oh, okay, so they need assistance. All right, so they obviously need some medical supplies and stuff, so we'll give them some assistance, and they're very close. So basically, that helps you with like reputation or something. Right, so turn on around and get over there. Turn everything back on. Hopefully, eventually, at some point, we'll start seeing some ships here. That'd be really great. So, well, that's all right. We'll get over there and render them assistance. All right. While we were over there to render assistance to the broken U-boat, we got another message that we're now going to be fighting with France. That all shipping from France is now a potential target. Please destroy them. Okay, good. Target list just got a little bigger, and the war is fully going into effect here. All right, so U-999, we are almost arriving. One thing that's always killed me playing this was time compression. It gets away with me sometimes, and you'll see why. Like here, it's like trying to turn or something using it, and then you just take off, or you crash into the boat. It's just not good. Just be careful using it. Whoops. See? Just get close enough and go stop. Then we'll send a delegation over. The time is still going fast, so I don't really care at this point. It's just kind of get a crew. I need to stop the time compression, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Could be a bug. There we go. That's better. Got a little experience for the radio operator. Okay, so they need medical supplies, so before you send anyone over, let's go ahead and grab some medical supplies. Okay, now we can speed it up some. Making sure he has them. Now the delegation can go over, so you don't waste anyone's time here. Make sure you send the guy with the medical supplies. And for any additional help, I probably could have just sent one, but I just sent the full crew over with a full complement, just for any help or anything they can do. Okay, so fast forward. Okay, give medical supplies. Okay, get a little bit of reputation for that. Alright, we're glad to help. Alright, so we've helped a U-boat. They can go about their day. Put the medical supplies back into storage. Alright. You know what, now here's another thing, getting the breathers on the mechanics. It's something, even before you should leave port, you should do, is get the breathers on the mechanics. So when you take damage or something, they're in a flooded room, they don't have to run and get them, they have them. So they can immediately work in a flooded room to seal a leak. It might just save your boat. Okay, we're gonna continue our patrol to nowhere. There's nothing, we are not finding anything. Alright, we're just going into day 4, and we actually have something. We have some sounds. We've picked up some prop noise, and we are closing in on the location. Rigging for silent, because I do not, well, if I'm running into an enemy, we're in neutral shipping. Okay, so far we don't know whose side he's on. I'm gonna get his route. So what I'm doing is plotting kind of a rough course, and I'm kind of getting in a position for an attack, so I could see what his course is, where he's gonna be, line up to about 1,000, probably about 1,000 meters away, get a good optimal attack range, get a good attack vector set up. So just in case I do attack, I'm ready to do it. Gonna make sure those torpedoes are being worn, which the mechanic is doing. And I believe we are all rigged and set up. Yeah, gyro compass. I don't need him on the engine. He could work on the dive planes to keep my boat more level. Because we're just going to kind of sit and wait. I'm kind of hoping it is a target so I could actually engage something. That'd be nice. Knock off some of this rust I have from firing torpedoes. But I'm sure there'll be plenty of opportunity. Not in the patrol zone, but somewhere else. Alright, we're in position. Stop the boat. And let's let him come to us. Lie in wait. Okay, so he's obviously neutral. He would have turned color by now if he was not. So maybe I could see his flag. Let me get this TDC out of the way. Okay, we have him. Yeah, taking a look. Yeah, the British and the Norway flag look very close. I think it's a Norwegian vessel. So we'll go ahead and close in. And I'm going to board him. I'm just going to check making sure he's not smuggling arms or weaponry, or else we're just going to sink him. I usually try and send a big delegation out to go check these ships because it just speeds up the search and everything else. So sometimes it's good as you have like linguists, or you have people that can give you extra bonuses when you're doing tasks like this. So we're just gonna get close enough, stop. Searchlight on. There he is. Okay. Yeah, looks like he's slowed down or whatever. Alright, we can board. Finally got boarding our first ship since the war has started. So now we get to find out if we can sink one. Nordnoge. Okay. Sending everybody I can. Some of these guys are pretty tough, so they can usually help intimidate them, probably get them to give us up what they're doing. It's also tough. Bring him. Max crew to search through the holds.
What do you need, officer?
Okay. Okay, so everything seems right so far, document-wise. All right. I'm gonna search his hold just to make sure that he's not smuggling something. And this is where you need all those guys. Still takes a long time. Again, doing this during the daytime near an area where there's air coverage can be very dangerous, as you can guess why. Another thing would probably be to listen to monitor radio communications and see if they radio for help or something prior to stopping the ship, to make sure that you don't board and then a plane comes over and sinks your U-boat. Just because the ship's unarmed didn't mean that they, you know, a radio call to some aircraft nearby, you know, sink you. They could report your position. They could radio the call, and they could, not only that, they could tell where they're located, they're heading, and then where, you know, the U-boat's on the port side. It's, you know, yeah, a plane could come and attack you from behind. Very risky business boarding these ships and searching them. I think eventually, as the war carried on, they just abandoned the procedure altogether because it was just too dangerous. But the good thing about these ships is I don't think you could take anything out of the hold. I wish you could before you sink it. But if you like, there's a part or spare part or something, the North Sea, for the most part, is not too deep. And you get a diver suit, you could actually go down there and get like spare parts or gold or whatever off some of these ships, which is really cool. Increase your reputation and everything. I'm hoping to find some in some of my patrols I'm doing. So here we are again. We're cruising patrol blocks. I'm getting through it, and with no success, I'm still diving and doing the hydrophone checks, hoping for something to come up. All right, it's day 5, and we're still on patrol in the North Sea. We just received a message on my way. Single pop. Hey, that's something. That's more than what we're finding. So we're probably gonna go investigate that. It's probably way out of the patrol zone, but it's there in the south. It's outside my patrol zone, so I'm gonna see about heading out there. And what's great is that puts a stop to my timer on my patrol, which is not accomplishing anything. I got plenty of fuel. I got plenty of food. I can stay out. I'm getting another message. Convoy. All right. That's not too far away at all. That's more enticing. Ah, there we go. So that's his location. So let's head on down. Okay, so he's tracking the convoy right now. I'm gonna do a sound check real quick. See what we got. If we got a single boat nearby in this other quadrant. If not, we're moving to engage the convoy. Okay, running the checks. Not finding anything. All right, we're heading to engage the convoy. So we checked this quadrant up here where they had a reported a prop. And again, we didn't have anything, so let's move on down. I saw that other U-557 moving up, moving north, so they gotta be, probably what they're doing is they're hugging the shore because of the U-boats and stuff. They're just afraid to go out to sea, so they figure if they hug the shore, it's too shallow for us to come in, because it's very shallow. But it's not shallow enough to where we can't be at periscope depth. Ah, there we go. Alright, okay, so we're going to move to engage all surface and close in and get ahead of that. They are very close, so it's going to be a very... Oh, there's another one! Oh, they're not heading the same direction. Okay, I'm going to get the one coming into port. Finally got some activity. Alright. I'm gonna blow the tank surface, get air back in, get battery power back in as much as I can. I'm gonna definitely recharge the batteries and everything, make sure we're good to go. Leave that off so we can keep rigged for ride, because yeah, we're getting ready to go into combat. Morale is still going down because they're hating all the work I'm having them do. Monitor the radio. Any distress signals, anything coming out. So if U-557 is still with them, that means we'll have another U-boat in the area. Maybe. We'll see. Doing really good getting up ahead of them. Okay, I'm diving. Rig for dive. Let's close in. You're already rigged for silent. Okay. Most of the crew's happy now because they're like, oh, we get to sleep. Yay. Just hang out in their bunks. Oh, we have a warship. The alarm's been signaled. Alright, it's time to get in position. Oh, they're all over the place. Very weird. Yeah, you can see there's no depth here. There is no depth. Okay, I'm going to adjust my position just in case these guys continue going up. I don't think they will, but I'm going to adjust my position just in case they're heading past. I've got the guy on the depth steers because I really don't have any room to be popping out. I don't have any room to dodge, really. It's very shallow, so. Okay, it looks like they've turned. They're probably going to follow the path of the destroyer, so I'm going to get down in position while trying to move slowly so I don't get detected. And it does look like there's another U-boat in the area. Very on the far east side there. He's being depth charged, I think, which is perfect because then they can't hear me coming. Good. Depth charge. Depth charge that one. Okay. So the destroyer that's leading in front of the convoy is turning off, probably to engage the U-boat in the back. What kind of ships do we have here? We'll have to find out. I'm definitely within periscope range. So let's close in. Man, I wonder what we got here. Yep, depth charges. So they're really depth charging the other U-boat hard, which I hope it survives. This is such shallow water. All right, let's get our range. That looks about optimal right there. Let's get a good position set up here. Start lining up torpedoes again. Stop the boat so we can get accurate measurements here. I'm going to zoom in on the periscope. Alright, what do we got here? Ho ho. Whoa. A tanker. Oh, those are big targets. Those are such great targets. Alright, let's put him in the classification. Let's get his speed. Alright, from bow to stern. He seems like he's going pretty slow. To me, it looks like probably more like 6 knots. Well, we'll see. little bit of rough chop out today. Good thing I got that guy on the... Okay, time. Alright, good. So it's about that. But sometimes I don't trust it because sometimes it seems like the torpedoes are a little behind that. I always kind of add an extra knot on the TDC. Just to be sure. Got his range, getting his angle on bow. Draw it in front of the ship to the sub. Okay, let's input those numbers. He's on the going to the right, green. Auto track is on. Put the knot, yeah, I'll leave it about 7. So I got an extra knot. Random numbers here, because that doesn't matter. Okay. Putting on magnetic on the warhead. Let's drop that to about 6.5 meters on the depth. The spread will keep. Switch to the TDC. And fire. Los. This boat is turning, so you're gauging the accuracy of trying to do the speed and what his target's moving at. It might be a little off, but that's why I'm sending 2, so that I have the a better chance of hitting. A little bit of a spread in there. Boom. That did not set him off. I might have to hit him with the other torpedo missed. Alright, I'm gonna increase the speed a little bit because they were a little behind. I'm still auto tracking there. The range should still be good. Switching magnetic. And the TDCs did do that. The actual real World War II TDCs, the German ones had, they did this. They did this auto track thing, which was really cool. They just had to reset it with the different ships when they were targeting different ships, or else some of that data would kind of come over from another boat that they were tracking. Okay, I've added a little bit of speed. The range may be off a little bit, but at least I think we get a hit out of here. This one. Boom! There, that set it off. That's some good tonnage right there. Perfect. And so far, the warships are they're too busy engaging other targets. So this is a free-for-all basically at this point. The other ships they're literally unprotected. Okay, so I'm gonna close in, get into firing position on this other ship, which looks like to be another. What is it? What is it? What ship is this? Another fairly good ship. What is that? A war class? It looks like a war class. I'm gonna go with it. So it's gonna be traveling the same speed as the other ones, bro. I'm gonna put about 7 knots. Course, I don't care. Distance, let's go ahead. Put the image at the very tops of the mast. Okay. I'm just looking at. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is so awesome. Yes. Yes. Angle on bow. Alright, we have that input. He's still going right, so we're in the green. Go ahead and slightly adjust it. There we go. We have our range. We have our speed. Okay, we're going to send one his way. And los. Torpedo on the way. Oh! That one went up good. I should only need 1 for that. He's way away. Oh, look at him go. Look at him go up. He must have been carrying fuel or ammunition or something to explode like that. I know the tankers do. They got oil or fuel, so they're going to explode like that. But that one must have been carrying ammunition or something. Where's that tanker? Ah. See how shallow? We're so shallow, the funnels are sticking up out of the water. Oh, he's going to go behind me. Perfect. I got a torpedo back there. I should only need 1. Okay, we'll speed it up. Okay, the TDC on this will let you shoot behind you without the right tube selected, so you got to be a little careful using this. Okay. Tanker, gotta go the other way. Okay. Speed, probably about 7 knots like his buddies. No one cares about the course. range. I'm putting about 500 meters. Okay, angle on bow. He's kind of going away from me. All right, he's going to be in the red now. All right, so there we go. We have auto tracking on, range, speed, everything. All right, aft tube is armed. Switch to magnetic, because if it doesn't have a, if you use the other one, the direct hit AZ, it's going to, unless it's perfectly flat, it won't detonate. The magnetics, even though they can malfunction, they just, as soon as they get near the hull, they just explode. Oh man, there we go. Is it gonna go off? Is it gonna go? Oh, we got a big fire. Big fire. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. We got it. When you see those big explosions, this ship is done. It's basically breaking in half. Such heavy tonnage off the shore right here, off the coast of England here. It's just fantastic. Okay. So it's still exploding. Just kind of getting some shots underneath here just to kind of see how shallow. It looks like mostly everybody got off, which in the real war it was scary with being on a ship that was full of fuel or oil or everything because of the fire and everything. So it's kind of like their chances of getting off and surviving were a lot slimmer than others. It's like depending on what your ship was carrying was if you were going to survive or not. Like if you had just like tanks or weapons or like just not even ammo, but if you had this like regular cargo, it's like you had a chance for a torpedo to hit and get off and escape safely. But it wasn't. They were the people carrying fuel, oil, things like that. They weren't so lucky. It was incredibly dangerous. All right, so I'm just gonna lay on the bottom here real quick to avoid escorts. Okay, so I'm laying on the bottom. As you can see, we didn't go very far in depth, and we're gonna let the destroyer, which is doing its zigzag pattern, which is what they would normally do, go past. Commander off the scope. Okay, so a couple freighters, a couple destroyers. I think probably our work here is done. What a mess those ships would be making right now, laying in such shallow water. Let's take a look here with this free cam, what he's carrying. Yeah, you can see he's still got a bunch of depth charges left on those racks. So he is not done having a good time. Alright, so after our successful coastal encounter, I was trying to return back to the patrol area, but another U-boat has radioed another encounter with a convoy. So being that I could not resist a chance to sink more ships and use more torpedoes, I've decided to investigate and see what I could find down here. Alright, so it was currently the night of September 6th. The weather seems to be kind of foggy, rainy. Or can you say English weather? We do have a contact, single ship. Alright, well that's something. That's more than what I'm getting up in the patrol sector. Hope Command's not too angry that I'm out here. Okay, we got another boat. Are they going to be enemies? Out of one of these two, someone's got to be up to no good here, so I'm sure we're going to have some fun. And what I might do is, if they are not protected in any way, I will probably engage them with the deck gun, which is what U-boats can do when they wanted to save those torpedoes. Torpedoes are expensive, so if you can get away with using your deck gun, or at least boarding the vessel and scuttling it, that was a way better option than just using torpedoes on everything. Okay, we got some ships down here. Oh, it's red. So we're automatically going to be engaging that one. Alright, so I have second in command there, man the deck gun. I'll get ready to do some damage. I normally like to manually take over the deck gun because the AI is so bad at shooting it, and even now they're still bad at shooting it. So I wait till I get real close. Now, the dangers of this. You don't know if that ship's armed. There can still be people with rifles on there that can easily shoot at your folks who are on the deck gun. So, in getting too close to some of these ships, I would say probably like they were actually in the war, would probably not be advisable. Not unless, of course, you've boarded and had them evacuate, get off the boats, make sure they're unarmed, all that kind of stuff. But approaching a vessel in the dark, doing this, I would say would be very dangerous. AI, he's doing okay. He's getting a couple hits in there, but he like shoots into the waves. It's really good cinematics. Hit the wave. At least I was hoping the ricochet would do something there. So I have to take over, you know, kind of time the waves and everything. What I like to do is fire up near the bow, kind of like where the bow meets the midsection, because it's kind of vulnerable there, and sometimes you could just crack off the bow very easily and save you a lot of ammunition. So I kind of like to hit and focus there quite a bit. Fire on board.
Achtung!
Sometimes I can let the fires do it. There's that second ship that's out in the distance. He's actually watching this other ship getting torched. Probably be a good wise idea to not continue heading their same course and to get out of here, but you know, they probably don't have nothing to fear. They're like, well, we don't have nothing to hide. We'll find out. We're going to investigate them next. And you know, in the beginning of the war, U-boats, it was an absolute free-for-all for them out here. And this is like this stuff right here, going around with the deck gun shooting these ships, is exactly what they did. I mean, they sank. There are U-boats that sank so many ships in a single day. It's insane. Because you know they didn't figure out they had to figure out the convoy system again, and they had to start. And that's what happened with the Americans. They didn't form a convoy right away, and the Germans went over there and sank, I think, in the realm of 600 something ships off the American coast during the war. It's just crazy. Okay, we got some high value targets here. We're gonna go ahead and bring them with me because it gives you more reputation when you turn them in. All right, this ship looks neutral over here. I might give some food away here. You know, just say sorry. I'm sorry, we shelled your ship here. Take some food, some vegetables, you know, until you get found. Again, we apologize for having to sink your ship. Okay, let's take a look at our neutral friend here. He'll be carrying some illegal goods. It's a busy night here for the U-boat crew, for U-48's crew. Alright, just gotta get myself in position here. Okay, so we're getting the delegation ready. A couple people are tired. Go get Grizz. Send as much crew as I can. Okay.
What do you need, officer?
Alright. Documents, okay. Oh, we can sink. Was involved in military activities. Alright. Everybody get off the boat.
Kapitän.
Alright, here's another sinking. Here's some more tonnage. Okay. Going straight to manual mode. So basically tell every crew, hey, sorry I gotta do this, but get off the ship, get the deck gun, and just sink it. Say, alright, see ya. Again, I'm concentrating near that midsection there where the bow meets the midsection, so I can... There it goes. See? Broke right off. You're done. Saved so many shells that way.
Herr Kaloi.
Alright. Another good day's work.
Wechseln auf Dieselmotor.
Okay, here we are, September 8th. I was trying to make my way north back to the patrol area, and we ran across another ship. Seems to have come across another neutral ship. I saw that he left one of the ports coming out of England, so I would suspect he is working for the enemy. So, okay, again, I'm trying to leave this area down south just off the coast of England, head back to my patrol area, but I keep running into additional ships. But we're getting activity every day. We don't none of the sailors are bored. We're too busy either boarding vessels or sinking vessels. Well, we're going to go in the deck house. I'm going to go intimidate this guy because I think he's got weapons. And sure enough, he does. As you can see, the lights now right there. I don't know how true that would have been.
Kapitän.
Given that I think England was very quick to black out everything once the war started. As you can see here, I could see the lights in the background off the coast of England. So I don't know how accurate that was. I think they would have already blackened out their lights. Now in America, they didn't care. People showed up and there were lights everywhere. I think England would have already been dark. They've been through it once before in World War I. They're sure as heck not going to leave the lights on again. Sneaky vessels here. A bunch of sneaky vessels I'm running into. They're all carrying bad stuff. I think I got the fire on that boat going good enough. I think we might be alright. There is a cool gun sight to look through on the 88. But I do it the old school way. I still use it where I just see the crosshair and I fire it. Okay, it looks like everybody got off the ship. They're in their boats. Alright, looks like we have another sighting up here to the northwest from another U-boat's radioed in. I think he spotted another convoy, so we're going to close in and take a look. I got more torpedoes to give away, but also this is closer to my it's closer to my patrol zone. So this will be a good spot to go back, probably take out some extra ships, and then finally move on in. Yep, radio operators working, deciphering messages, figuring out what we're up against. I don't see any air. There's an airport up north. I don't know. That's a pretty far range away for them to cover. Yeah, so I think we're all right. There was some activity going on out there, but I'm not turning back. I'm engaged already. I'm just going to continue to follow where this other U-boat reported this convoy, because I'm sure if they're coming my way, we're going to run into them. All right, let's do a hydrophone check real quick so we could dial in where they're at. Get him some coffee to help wake him up a little bit. Note to self, gotta buy some more when I get back to port. Okay, it's still not active, just gotta get it underwater. There we go. There we have it. Just south of me, but which direction are they heading? Alright, I got it. I got them. They are definitely hugging the coast. Okay, let's bring it on in. Battery's getting a little low. Oxygen's getting a little low. Probably would have been a good time to surface and refreshen the air a little bit. Got a little too focused on the attack.
Bestätigt.
Switching everything for silent. Dive planes to keep me from breaching. Make sure he's warming torpedoes. Torpedoes never being warmed during attack drove me nuts most of the time. It seems like it's doing pretty good now, though. Alright, a couple of vessels here. There is a U-boat in the area. It looks like they are fighting with the U-boat, which again, this is just perfect because it just leaves them so open to attack. Stormy bad weather. Okay. Even better. Alright, get into position here. That first destroyer doesn't seem to be responding to the U-boat. U-boat seems to be surviving though. Which way are they gonna go though? Because my attack's gonna get all messed up if these guys don't pick a course. Alright, he seems to be heading the way the destroyer is. Okay. We got this. Okay, it's gonna be awfully close. Get an idea what my range is here. Oh yeah. Let's get my eye up on the scope here. Okay, to the front. There he is. Oh, okay. Nothing crazy. Kind of a ways away, so wait for some time to get a good optimum attack here. I cannot get over the water like beating off the periscope. That is so cool. Alright, let's time it. Seem like they're still going fairly slow. Got a good flat on them though. Still, it's hard to time something that's zigzagging and turning around though. But you can get close. Alright. Range. Seems about right. Get that angle on bow, which is looking fairly away. I'm not in a good optimum shooting position here, so closing. I'm still moving though, so maybe that's probably going to throw off my speed a little bit. We do have a carrier. I'm sorry, not a carrier. A destroyer coming back. Okay, I got to switch to forward tubes. Okay, guys, angle on bow, his range, speed. My speed is off because I was also moving when I took the speed, so that could definitely cause, I'm doing a second range, cause you to miss. Plus he's zigzagging, so there's a couple of factors here that can make this difficult shot. Shallowing it up for a little bit because he's not as deep as some of the others. Yep, a little slow. Yeah, that was the speed's off because I was moving when I was taking it. So we're gonna jump it up a couple knots with the second torpedo. Re-get that angle. It should be left red. Okay, got the range. Magnetic. Everything looks good. This one ought to hit. Okay. Los! That one seems a little, well, it's a little fast. I wouldn't say it's a little fast, but it's just that he's turning. We do get him. Now, is it enough to put him down? Destroyer's coming back quick. He doesn't seem to be paying attention, but the destroyers don't seem to be paying any attention to me. Oh yeah, he's wrecked. Gotta see the lifeboats. Am I gonna see the lifeboats? That ship looks like, yeah, it's starting to come out of the water. Yeah, that one's done. If not, I can come back and sink it. Okay, the destroyers are all back there dealing with the other U-boat. Alright, we'll keep them distracted. We'll take out this other one. Okay, so he's there. And there's a way I mark those targets too when they don't sink. He's going to have to move into that position to attack. So that other one's when they don't sink is I kind of mark them with a box so I can see them on the map so I can come back to finish them off. Because sometimes, you know, the stuff will just sit there afloat. It doesn't really count as sunk. So if you want to kind of finish it off. Oh, it's kind of... he abandoned ship, so that boat is done. So that one torpedo took care of that. Now I know I have their speed now. So now I know he was a little fast, but you got to keep in mind too when a ship takes damage, it's not as fast as it once was. So let me get the speed right. All right, dual image is kind of difficult with the storm, the waves, everything. It's kind of hard to do. Just do your best. All right, so again, he's on the port side, red. Magnetic. Depth is already good. Everything's good. Flood the tube. See what we got with this. Close. He's fairly close. So we might get a good. Yeah, we'll probably get a good hit on him. Boom. Treffer. Okay, drifting a little bit. Burning. I might have to put another one into him. I think I have another one available. I'm still auto-tracking on AOB. I'm hoping it's accurate. He's pretty close range, so it's pretty forgiving at this point. I slowed the speed down a little bit because he's taking water. He's not as fast as he once was. Angle on bow, adjusting it just in case. Alright, just a little bit. Close. Yeah, see, even with the speed turned down, still hit him, but just barely, so he slowed down faster than I thought. Okay, he just took another one in the front. I think he's done. Destroyers are still trying to figure out what's going on. Yep. I gotta finish that boat in the back though, okay? The lifeboats are on. Yeah, that guy back there, I gotta put him down. They can recover the cargo and everything on that. We don't want that. So we need to move into position to take advantage of that. While the destroyers are way over there. Oxygen's very low. I could turn on vents to help with the air, but the thing is you don't want to do that because it attracts noise, it makes noise, it attracts destroyers, and that's really bad. So I'm just going to have to chance it and hope that these guys eventually pass by so I can come up and eventually destroy this last remaining ship. I think the torpedoes are empty now, so yep, it's just a matter of wrapping it up. Basically checking to see if I have any torpedoes in the hold, which I don't. I think I've used everything. Yep. I am out. Gonna have to use the deck gun. Or anti-aircraft gun.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen. Zu Befehl. Schneller, schneller!
Just hope my air holds out till these guys leave. This other U-boat's going to make things a little
Kurs auf
complicated.
diese Koordinaten setzen.
Sehr wohl, Herr Kaloi. Wasserbomben. Wasserbomben.
I'm hoping maybe to pop out,
Wasserbomben.
use the deck gun and leave real quick before they act.
Legen Sie den Kurs an.
Zu Befehl. Wasserbomben. Wasserbomben.
Got a flower class nearby. It's going to be hard to do.
Legen Sie den Kurs an.
Sehr wohl, Herr Kaloi.
Noch 50 Meter.
Okay, so I went ahead and boxed in the ship I need to finish just so I don't lose track of it. Let these destroyers go by. Air is pretty low. Hopefully everyone stops breathing or holds their breath for a little bit. Crew is obviously getting stressed out about it.
Auf Seerohrtiefe. Ich muss mich ausruhen.
Okay, all the other ships have left. It's time to surface. Get some fresh air. Go finish this boat off.
Anblasen. Wechseln auf Dieselmotor. Kurs setzen.
Bestätigt.
Schneller, schneller! Legen Sie den Kurs an.
Ei, ei, Herr Kaloi.
Now, one thing is for sure is that putting a ship out this close, sinking a ship this close to those destroyers is definitely going to get their attention. So I need to get in there, sink this thing, and get out.
Kapitän.
At least we got the air. We were able to come up, get some air, replenish the batteries a little bit. So I don't think we're going to get a very long window to sink this ship. Really cool effect in the storm. Of course, the AI crew, they have such a difficult time hitting anything. I try and give them a chance, of course, but it's like, okay, give me the... Yeah, not that choppy. Pretty neat detail. They always have everyone in rain gear. That fire should be able to put it down. But again, it's a huge beacon for all the destroyers nearby. Alright. There it goes.
Höhenbruch. Sie sinken.
It's time to escape.
Schneller, schneller!
Full power. Get out of here.
Kurs an.
I wonder if they sank that U-boat. I don't see him moving. I didn't really pay much attention, but may not have made it. Poor guy.
Zeit für eine Pause. Zeit für eine Pause. Ah, so müde.
Alarm! Auf Gefechtsstation! Auf Seerohrtiefe gehen!
Okay, so making our way out of the area. I do believe we have attracted some of the escorts. They're kind of heading our direction. So we're not going to take any chances here. We're going to dive and we're going to make sure that they don't pursue and take us out.
Wechseln auf E.
Yep, so there he is. He's coming to investigate. We're going to continue to listen.
Schiffsschrauben, Herr
And
Kaloi.
we're going to continue
Herr
to
Kaloi, ich habe eine große
monitor
Gruppe von
the
Schiffen festgestellt.
enemy ships, make sure they don't come our direction.
Herr Kaloi, ich habe eine große Gruppe von Schiffen festgestellt.
Tanks anblasen!
Alright, I think we're safe enough.
Wechseln auf Dieselmotor!
Let's go ahead and get out of here. So I'm pretty much out of torpedoes and everything else. So right now it's basically just get back to the patrol area, finish up this patrol, and then head on back in. Alright, it's September the 9th and we are wrapping up our first patrol. We have a foggy day today. We're back at the patrol area and we're just simply trying to finish up because we're not really going to get resupply now, not for our first patrol, not until we start getting some credits to get milk cows and stuff. I am having crews working on reloading the gun and getting us set up even for our next patrol, so that way it's all taken care of when we go out again. Again, thanks for watching. Thanks for coming by my channel. And I'm kind of glad to be getting into this U-boat again. I can't wait to see what this game has to offer. Alright, we've completed the patrol. We are coming back into port. Monday, September 11th, 1939. Everyone's excited we made it. We're coming in the middle of the night here. Still got a big band and ovation and crowds. I mean, no one could see anything, but you know what? Everyone's excited. Everyone's home. These guys get to have a break and get a little bit of R&R. Okay, we get to see some of the crew. They've gotten awards. It's awesome. It's really nice to see some of these guys move up so you can promote within. That's cool. Alright, so got that. Oh, cool. Fried Egg Award. I'm working towards the Knight's Cross there. Oh, 100% additional awards. Nice. That's just for completing the patrol. What's really cool is it goes about the map and shows you where you sunk all these ships, which is really neat. Lots of good tonnage on this patrol for sure. A lot by the coast. 45,000 tons. That is not bad. Not bad at all. A lot of tankers. That is a great first patrol. Good opener. Completed all mission objectives. Got plenty of cash up there to buy all kinds of stuff, but well, I only got enough experience to upgrade the captain. But that's not bad for what, a 2-week patrol? Not bad at all. So anyway, I will catch you guys next time. And we were just gonna keep going on through the whole war. So anyway, we'll see what Patrol 2 brings us, and maybe it's gonna be a little crazier. Don't know. Anyway, and hope to see you guys next time. Have a good day. I'm Captain Grizz.
Oh, blow the man down, bullies, blow the man down. To me way, blow the man down. Blow the man down,